Okay, boys and girls, do you remember our good morning song? Right? I want you to sing that song to me, and at the same time, I will sing it to you. Right? Make sure you do some action to show how you greet someone. Right? 1, 2, go. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. Right, again. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. Hey, hey. Right. Did you sing the song? Very good. Right. Good morning to all year 8 students. Good morning, boys and girls. Special good morning to all the principals and teachers who are viewing our program or our Laoso program from school. Not forgetting our parents and all the viewers who always take time to join with our Laoso program every day. Good morning to you all. Okay, boys and girls, who can tell me the learning outcome of our lesson last week? What was the learning outcome for our lesson last week? Someone? Excellent. Last week, we were learning about active voice and passive voice, but we were focusing on present tense and past tense. But today, boys and girls, we are going to learn about the same learning outcome, but we will look at the other two tenses, present continuous tense and past continuous tense. But we were learning about the same learning outcome as we had last week. Okay, do you remember our keywords from our last week's lesson? Who can tell me our keywords from last week? Okay, what are they? Yes, our keywords from last week we were looking at the word active, passive. Again, I have included the same words for today's lesson, or I have included the two words for our new words today. And another two words for today's lesson. As you know that today we are learning about passive and active voice, but we will look at the other two tenses. So the other two keywords for today's lessons are present continuous and past continuous. So these are our keywords for our lesson today. Right. Do you remember what is active voice? Remember last week we had talked about active and passive. So can you tell me something about passive and active voice, or anything that you have learned from last week's lesson? What is passive voice and what is active voice? Excellent, right? Active voice describes a sentence where the subject performs the action stated by the verb, and it is very concise and clear. And passive voice, on the other hand, it is the opposite of active voice. Very good. It is when the object of the sentence becomes the subject. Right? So look at the other two words for today's lesson. Present continuous. What is present continuous? And what is past continuous? Yes, they are both types of tenses. But what is present continuous tense? Right, very good. Present continuous tense is also known as present progressive. So present continuous tense or present continuous is a verb tense which is used to show that an ongoing action is happening now, either at the moment of speech or now in a larger sense. Right? The present continuous tense can also be used to show that an action is going to take place in the near future. And what is the past continuous tense? What is past continuous tense? The past continuous tense is used to describe actions that began in the past and often continued for a short period of time after the action started. This tense describes actions or events that happened at specific time in the past. Right? You need to know these 4 words for today's lesson. Right? So altogether say our keywords for today's lesson. Number 1, active. Number 2, passive. The third one is present continuous. And the last one is past continuous. Okay. Do you remember our text from last week? Do you remember our text from last week? Do you? Right. So what was the story about? What was the story about? Right. Very good. The story was about the work that I had done for our 2-story house. Or it was about the work that I had done for our 2-story building. Right? Okay, for today's lesson, boys and girls, we are going to use the same text. We are going to use the same text for our lesson today. Have a look at the story. I am going to read it for you this morning, but I want you to look at the story. Follow with your eyes only while I read. Is that clear? So are you ready to listen to our story this morning? Very good. Last month, our house was painted by me. The job took about 2 weeks. First, the exterior was washed using warm water and a mild detergent. Then all the joints and pores in the wall were sealed with soft cement. After the soft cement had had a chance to dry, the exterior could be painted. A liquid paint was used because it is easy to apply and clean up with water. A whole week was needed to finish this part of the job. I was very careful to apply the paint evenly because I did not want to apply 2 coats. A color that was very close to the original color was used. Our house is a 2-story house, which means that a tall ladder was needed to do the 2nd story. The paint is balanced on the top rung of the ladder while I worked. When the job was finished, a great deal of satisfaction was felt by me. I had to pat myself on the back. Even my dad said that a good job was done. All right. Did you listen to our story? Did you? Very good. Right. You will be given 2 questions about our story this morning. Right. Listen to our question for our story this morning. Number 1. What is the meaning of the word story as it is used in the text? What is the meaning of the word story as it is used in the text? The second question is, I did not want to apply 2 coats. What is the writer means by saying this? Again, I did not want to apply two goats. What does the writer mean by saying this? I give you 2 minutes to work on the answers for our question this morning. Okay, our first question is, what is the meaning of the word story as it is used in the text? What is the meaning of the word story as it is used in the text? In our text, it says, our house is a 2-story house. It means that a tall ladder is needed to do the second story. So story as it is used in the text meaning floor or level. Meaning floor or level. 2-story building is a building with two floors, or a 2-story building is a building with two levels. Unlike with the story or a piece of writing, like our story this morning. Is that clear? Our second question is, I did not want to apply two goats. What does the writer mean by saying this? Listen, I did not want to apply two goats. What does the writer mean by saying this? The meaning of the word coat as used in the text is covering. The covering. The writer didn't want to add another painting onto what is already there straight away. That was why he chose one which was close to the original one. Listen once more. The meaning of the word coat as used in the text is covering. The covering of something. So the writer didn't want to add another painting onto what is already there. So that's why he chose one which was close to the original color. Is that clear? Can you tell me our learning outcome for today's lesson? Yes. Today, we are going to learn about changing sentences from active voice into passive voice. Right? We are going to learn about changing sentences from active voice into passive voice. Right. By changing sentences from active voice into passive voice, there's a rule for this conversion. Let's have a look at how passive voice works in other tenses, or how passive voice works for these two tenses. Right, for present continuous tense, when you change a sentence from present continuous tense into passive voice, here is a rule for you to follow. Right, look at this rule. Change the ing form of the verb to is, are, or am, plus being, plus past participle of the verb. Remember, boys and girls, that past perfect tense and past participle are different. Past perfect tense is a tense, while past participle is a verb form. That's the third form of the verb, right? Change the ing form of the verb to is, are, or am, plus being, plus past participle of the verb. For example, they are filming the lessons in the studio. They are filming the lessons in the studio. Right? What tense is this? Present continuous tense. Now, we are going to change this one into passive voice. So, look at this. The lessons. This is going to be a new subject of the sentence, right? The lessons. Look at how many lessons? One lesson? No. It is more than one. The lessons. So, which word is applicable? Is it is? Is it are? Or am? Right. The lessons are. The lessons are. What's a verb? What's a verb in the sentence? Filming. But the rule says change the ing form of the verb to is, are, or am. Right? So the ing here in the filming, the word filming, is now changed to the word are. Why are? Because there are many lessons. You can even say the lessons is. You can even say the lessons am. It doesn't make sense. The lessons are. What's the participle of the verb? What's the past participle of the verb? Film. Very good. Filmed. The lessons are, then the rule says plus being, are being, plus past participle of the verb, are being filmed. Right? The lessons are being filmed by who? Who did the filming? By them. Right? This is the active voice and this is passive voice. They are filming the lessons in the studio. The lessons are being filmed by them in the studio. Very good. Right? And it is the same thing when you change the past continuous tense into passive voice. There's a little bit in our rule that you need to change. Right? Change the ing form. Now we are moving to past continuous. Past continuous tense. Change the ing form of the verb to was or. Very good. Plus being plus past participle of the verb. A singular one. He was filming the lessons. What? He was filming the lesson in the studio. And the rule says change the ing form of the verb to was or were plus being plus past participle of the verb. Right. Our new subject is the lesson. Look at the lesson. Look at the subject. The subject is now singular. So which of these two words would be used? Was or were? Very good. The subject was plus being. Was being plus past participle of the verb. Being filmed. Very good. The subject was the lesson was being filmed by him in the studio. Right? He was filming the lesson in the studio. The lesson was being filmed by him in the studio. Right? So think when we are going to change sentences from active voice into passive voice within these two tenses, present continuous tense and past continuous tense, make sure you follow the same rule. Change the ing form of the verb to was or were if it is a past continuous sentence, or if it is a present continuous sentence, you change this to is, are, or am, right? Plus being plus past participle of the verb. Is that clear? So our first activity for this morning is change these sentences into passive voice. Change these sentences into passive voice. The first one is, she is drinking the whole jug of water. The second one, they were breaking the village road. And the third one, Lassie was driving a toy car. She is drinking the whole jug of water. They were breaking the village road. Lassie was driving a toy car. Have you done with our first activity? Good. Were you able to change our sentences into passive voice? Right, well done. Right. She is drinking the whole jug of water. What tense is this? the sentence is in the present continuous tense. Right? So, look at here. She is drinking the whole jug of water. So when you change it to passive voice, this is going to be the new subject of the sentence. The whole jug of water. How many jug of water? One, right? The whole jug of water is being. What is the past participle of the verb drink? Drink in present tense, drank in past tense, and what about past perfect tense? Or what is the past participle of the verb? The whole jug of water is being drunk. Very good. Drunk by who? Drunk by her. Right? So, are you getting the same answer? Are you getting the same sentence? Like this. The whole jug of water is being drunk by her. Very good. The second one. They were breaking the village rule. They were breaking the village rule. So who can change our sentence, the second one, into passive voice? Very good. Right? Look at here. What tense is this? Past continuous tense. Right? What is the new subject? What is your new subject? The village rule. Right? The village rule. How many village rule? The village rule. One. The village rule, look at the tense. It is a past continuous tense. Then you think that the ing form of the verb is changed into was or were. Right. Look at here. The village rule, one rule, was being. What's the past? What's the root word of breaking? It comes from the word break, right? Breaking derived from the word break. So the village rule was being. What's the past participle of the verb break? Very good. The village rule was being broken by them. And the last one, Lassie was driving a toy car. Lassie was driving a toy car. The sentence is in the past continuous tense as well. Right. The new subject is a toy car was being. I look at the word driving. What's the root word of driving? It comes from the word drive, or it comes from the verb drive, right? Drive in past tense, drive in present tense, past tense, drove. Or what about past participle of the verb, or the past perfect tense of the verb drive? Very good. The toy car was being. A toy car was being driven by Lassie. Were you able to answer all these, to change all these sentences correctly? Well done. Here's our second activity for our lesson this morning. It says, rewrite the sentences in red so that they will have the correct passive form for the ones in black. So, in the black ones, or the black sentences, are in active voice. But look at the sentences in red. Look at it. Try to find the mistake. Find the mistake and find what is wrong with those sentences, with these sentences. Then you have to correct it by yourself. Right? I am doing my homework at home. I am doing my homework at home. Look at the red one. My homework is doing by me at home. What is wrong in a sentence? Right? You need to correct that sentence. Rewrite. You have to rewrite the sentences in red so that they will have the correct passive form for the red ones. The second one is, the boy was telling a sad story. The boy was telling a sad story. A sad story is telling by the boy. A sad story is telling by the boy. Right? Find what is wrong with the sentences in red. Then you have to be writing in the correct form so that they will have the correct passive form for the ones in black. Let's have a look if you cut the correct one for activity this morning. Right? Look at your answer. Look what you had written down. If we have the same correct passive sentences for the black sentences. Look at the first one. I am doing my homework at home. My homework is doing by me at home. What is wrong with the sentence? Is there anything missing there? My homework is doing by me at home. Think of the rule. What tense is this? It is a present continuous tense, right? I am doing my homework at home. Then you think, oh, the rule says change the what? The ing form of the verb by the word being, right? Where's the word being here? Good. So my homework is being. Look at the verb, right? What is wrong with the verb? Very good. So you need to change the verb to its past perfect tense, right? So what is the past perfect tense or the past participle of the verb doing? Good. My homework is being done by me at home. Right, also gonna read the black one and the red one for number one. I am doing my homework at home. My homework is being done by me at home. You getting this correct? Right, very good. Look at the second one. The boy was telling a sad story. The boy was telling a sad story. So what tense is this? Past continuous tense. So, and what's the rule of changing the past continuous tense sentences into passive voice? A sad story is telling by the boy. Is that correct? Hands up those who say that this is correct. Right. There is something missing here. And there is a wrong word in a sentence. Right? A sad is. Look at the tense. The boy was telling. And it says in red, the story is. But the rule says when changing the sentences from past continuous to passive voice, you need to change the ing form of the verb into was or were. So it depends on the quantity of the new subject of the sentence. So the new subject is a sad story. How many stories? One story. So you choose between was and were according to our rule. So is wrong. The word is. So what's the word? Was. Very good. And look at the verb telling, or look at the word telling here. What's the past participle? Past participle of the verb telling. Very good. The word is told. So this is wrong. Telling is wrong. A sad story was told by the boy. Is it right? Can someone tell me what is missing here? Yes. Think of the rule. You have to change. When you remove the ing from the verb, then you think that there should be a verb adding to this sentence to replace the ing form of the verb. So what's the verb? So what's the word? Very good. You're missing being here. Then the sentence is, a sad story was being told. A sad story was being told by the boy. Now, we have 2 more minutes to go. So that's why I put a homework up here for you boys and girls to work on. This is your homework for tonight. Until our next lesson, you will be given a time to discuss our homework before moving to our new lesson. Right? Write down the root word for the following words and use them in sentences. Right? Look at the word original, evenly, satisfaction, and done. These are the words from our text this morning. So look for the root word of these words, then use them in sentences. Right? Very good. And that brings us to the end of our lesson today. Thank you all the viewers. Thank you boys and girls. Thank you year 8, principal, teachers, and all parents and viewers who are with us in our program today. Right? We'll see you in our next lesson. Make sure you stay home and be safe.